Birthday giveaway 2026 results. And originally we had the giveaway for $550, but it ended up being $600. And we have 8 prizes that were randomly drawn from the correct submissions. There were supposed to be 3 prizes for pleasant surprises, but there ended up being 4. Each of those 12 prizes was awarded $50, and this is Bible Action Math. So far on this channel, we've given away over $10,000 between August 16, 2025 and April 26, 2026. The areas where people have won are the same basically that they've been for a while. And we have never missed a Saturday. Plus, we've had 6 holiday giveaways so far: St. Bartholomew's Day, Rosh Hashanah, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, and Earth Day. In this video, we want to go over the results of Earth Day. And these 8 people were randomly selected to win $50 from the roughly 53 entries that followed the rubric or were really, really close to following the rubric. And after I had the about 53 in a list, I randomly selected those and then made sure that they did follow the rubric enough, which they did. And these were the 8. It was Lester in the Philippines. Lester also gets an honorable mention in his submission that I'll show you later. Dado in the Philippines also got an honorable mention. Alicia in India, Gurley May, Philippines, Paul G in the Philippines, Kartik in India, Aradia, India, and Muzamil in Pakistan. I want to go over the submissions for the pleasant surprises. Mine were Esriel in Ethiopia, which was about a beach, and Royd in India, which had fractal branching. And then Aunt Mango's were Christine's tree and Robert's tree, both Philippines. After that, I also want to look at the honorable mentions, which were Sahinish in Ethiopia with the carbon lattice, Lester in the Philippines, which I already mentioned, and Dado in the Philippines. This one was one of Aunt Mango's selections. This was Robert's Earth Day. And Robert had a lot of work besides this picture. And it obviously has a lot of interesting detail on the tree trunk and a lot of leaves on these branches. And the write-up, of course, gets into carbon. Then there was Christine's, which was another tree, but obviously a different kind of tree. And it's really stood out to Aunt Mango when we were looking at this on Earth Day. And this also, again, gets into carbon. My first winner was Esriel. And the reason why is because of the way that the waves interact with the shells and how that relates to carbon. In the write-up, Esriel gets into the sea creature used dissolved carbon dioxide to build their shells. And the shells are made of calcium carbonate, CaCO3. And then Esriel even calculated the molar mass to show how much carbon is stored. And this gets into like grams per mole. And it's just something that I would like to spend more time thinking about. The aragonite crystal structure and how the water affects the carbon. And kind of similar was Royd. Royd got into fractal branching and the iterations. And each iteration basically takes the number of branches from the last time and multiplies by 2. And it says that trees store carbon by fractal branching. So with one iteration, this is considered 2 branches. It's these endpoints. With 3 iterations, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quote unquote branches, because 2 to the power of 3 is 8, which means 2 times 2 times 2. And then 2 to the 5 is 32. There should be 32 there. And then a tree with 10 levels of branching can have 1,000 times more leaf exposure, therefore more carbon dioxide absorbed. So as the tree grows larger, it can absorb more carbon dioxide. And a mature tree absorbs 20 to 25 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year. And that was all great. But then Royd said, same as human lungs. And that made me think about lungs, and these do remind me of the inside of lungs. So there's a lot on this submission, and I'm still thinking about this, and I'm really excited about that one. So we have our honorable mentions. The first one is Lester. Lester happened to be randomly selected also, so Lester got a $50 prize. But this fish right here is just super cool. It's right now it's upside down. The face seems to have a lot of character. The way that the tail is like twisted and shaded like that, I found that to be really cool. And then down here with Lester, Lester was talking about Keister et al. And had the year estimated that upwelling and so on, talking about zooplankton with carbon and anchovy fecal matter rich in organic carbon. So this was really pretty. And then also with these little tufts of grass over here. And this also caught Aunt Mango's eye when she was looking. Yeah, it didn't make it to the surprise winners, although it was very close. And here's another one that was close was Dado. This one has to do with spider webs and the math behind it. Dado had other pages too. So even if you can't see a lot of carbon specified on this page, there were other pages too. But I had never really thought, at least in a long time, about the math of a spider web. And I thought that was really cool getting into the different symmetries on here and explaining it as radial symmetry. So the math of this spider web is really cool. And last but not least is Sahinish. Sahinish also got a honorable mention for the last holiday, Easter. But Sahinish came back and made another net, but this one's different because Sahinish's Easter holiday had like 6 little knobs on here on the top, and this one doesn't. But look at how the net's got this curvation right here, really cool. And then over here, this gets into a carbon lattice. So this was really, really nice, and it was very close. These were the results of the 2026 Earth Day. I hope everybody had fun. And originally it was going to be 550, but it ended up being $600 of awards. So everybody have a great day.